Good evening, probably a few minutes before anybody shows up. Kind of did a surprise live stream. Generally, I don't do this in the evening, but it's a cold day, and I'm going to be making chicken soup. So, first of all, we sit there and trim off the chicken breast using my Cutco boning knife. It's really nice when you got a really sharp blade. It's easy to cut away the fat parts of the chicken. So I'm chopping up a chicken breast here. And I'll get this aimed down a little bit lower. There we go. We got a big pot there going. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of the rough pieces off. And then I'll sit there and slice it into smaller chunks, which I'll put in the water. A little bit of seasoning, just about a teaspoon of salt, just to start to get the flavor in there. So, good evening, everybody. Gotta make Bean Scottish Fitness here, making a very healthy and delicious dinner for the wife and I. So I'm making some chicken noodle soup. I do have a mix, and then I do add things to it. So obviously the first thing is you gotta get the chicken in there going, because it takes a little bit longer than the rest of them to cook up. For flavor, I throw a couple of extra bouillon cubes in there, because I am going to make a larger batch than what it calls for. Basically, it asks for 8 cups of water, but because of all the extra ingredients I put in, I usually make about 11. And it'll be sufficient for dinner tonight and probably lunch on Saturday. Usually I get about 4 to 6 meals out of this. But I try an evening chat here. Currently, most of the channels I follow are not doing any live streams right now. Otherwise, I'd be on them. I got heat going on that. Only one chicken breast is enough, but they had chicken on sale on Monday. So I had to buy it in quantity, of course. But chicken breasts were 99 cents a pound. Hard to say no to that. So I had cooked up one breast for our salads on Monday. And on Wednesday, we had Italian chicken. That was 2 more breasts. And I still had 2 left, so I figured I better use it up. It's an excellent source of protein with all the vegetables I will add into it and other add-ons. It'll be a very nutritious soup. Thanks for joining in. Dinner chat here. making chicken noodle soup. You're just passing by, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Also, this is a good time where I'll talk about nutrition. This is going to be very high in protein. Chicken is an excellent source of protein. Supposed to be better for you than beef, but I like them both. So I start the whole process with the chicken. Get it cooked up, throw some salt in there, throw some chicken bouillon in there. I'll bring that up to a roiling boil until I feel the chicken is cooked. Then I will add the Bear Creek mix. Once you add the mix, everything is about done in about 15 minutes. So that'll be the last thing I add. Got 7 cups of water in there already. I filter the water I cook in. I'm on well water. And the water carries a lot of calcium and magnesium and iron in it. And sometimes that can give you some off flavors. So I try to make sure I filter all that out. Your food is going to taste as good as your least quality ingredient. So if your water is poor, it's got an off taste because it's coming from a well or gone through a water softener, or if you just don't like your city water, well, you're already kind of working against yourself right there. Because it's going to give an off flavor to everything else. So I try to avoid that. I always filter in the water that I cook in. So I got 2 sliced up chicken breasts in there. Throw a couple bouillon cubes in there. I only got a can of corn. I was checking the dates on some of my condensed soups. And it's time to use them, so I'm going to throw that in there also. This morning, we talked about arginine, the wonder drug, good for heart health, blood vessel health, circulation. And we also talked about the benefits of zinc, vitamin D3, and vitamin C for muscle repair and for immunity. So basically, I got the heat going, which also warm up the kitchen real nice. And basically, most of the other spices I've already got in the ready. I don't need to add too much more. I'll get here in my little sitting spot here. So thanks for stopping in. I got 2 thumbs up. We got 4 people in chat. If you hit the thumbs up, appreciate it. We're talking about nutrition, and the best way to do nutrition is cooking your own meals. So I got the pot, getting it boiling. I got 2 chicken breasts sliced and diced in there, a couple bouillon cubes, some salt for seasoning, and then I will be adding the Bear Creek chicken noodle mix. I like these. It makes 8 servings, half a gallon. And then because I add more stuff in there, I do more. It says add water, and you have to add chicken. It says just add water, but you want it's just chicken flavored. If you want chicken in there, you got to add it yourself, which I do. Body Beatdown, how you doing? So that was a nice little walk rant you had, and I had to sit there and follow up with one myself. Michael down there in Tennessee got a channel. Check him out. He's got some pretty motivating videos. He wanted me to go out for a walk today, even though it was cold and snowing. And well, it's still cold and it's still snowing. So perfect time for chicken noodle soup. It's nice to rant and rave a little bit, and it is. kind of ranted and raved about, how the younger generations, for the most part, is terrible shape. And we're basically telling, parents parent. Don't let your kids eat crap. Take the time to cook them real meals, and monitor what they're doing. This will make a nice nutritious meal for a few times. I got Binks out there sitting there just running around going, why aren't you letting me in? But she's been in. She's doing just fine. Oh, we got our first troll. Or not troll. I guess you call these bots. You always see them by when they do that. So I just remove them. And they go bye-bye. And what I can do is I can also just hide them. So if he tries to do it again, it just goes away. The only time he tries to chat in on this one, it just won't be showing up. Really interesting. Made some super lean ground turkey burritos and some asparagus. Sounds like a strange combo, but it was great stuff. Hey, as long as you liked it. So I popped on a Ben Shapiro's live. He had a live or a premiere going with a live chat going. I don't know if you ever popped on one of his, but the amount of trolls and spam was just atrocious. I mean, it was just going, somebody trying to advertise somebody's channel, somebody else, just trolling with stupid language and that. And it was just, and I figured for him to clean that up, he would probably need about 50 moderators. I blocked a few, but, they had one, he just kept changing from one to the other, just, nonstop. So I don't know if he's aware of it, but I went to regular messages and said, dude, you need moderators. Yeah. I said, because, there is no live chat going on there. It's just pure garbage. And I understand there's people that just do that out of spite. It's unfortunate, get a life. But, I follow some of the channels that have, 100,000 subscribers, and they'll probably have 4 to 6 moderators on there all the time. And Miss Worm told me that they stay pretty busy. And, here he's got far more subscribers, and, he just got a lot of people that just troll them. That's all they do. That's their life. I don't know. Get a life. Got me better things to do than trolling Ben Shapiro. The 3 in chat, it can really get bad. It's amazing how people have very little lives. All they can do is when they wake up is try to spam, troll people online. Well, oh, yeah, I'm telling you, if that was my idea of a good time, I'd just walk out and plug in traffic. So if you are a troll and you are on my channel, first of all, shit, you must be lost. We'll just make you go away right away. So I got the chicken going. That's going to take a while. So there's really, preparation-wise, there's not too much more to do. Maybe make sure I got crackers. If I do, there we go. I generally am always prepared. If it's not in the pantry, then it's down in the basement pantry. The pantry going. I did take some extra vitamin C today. And I decided to stop taking the Mucinex. I think it was just kind of really wearing me down physically. I've seemed to have less coughing issues today because of that. Still hacking stuff up, but not as much. So I was happy about that. So basically that's going. I looked at my analytics, and they said that I get more views or more traffic on my channel, in the evening but usually my live streams are in the morning. And I do put some videos out there for y'all to like and subscribe. I was following this other YouTuber that. So you think you'll make weight at the meet? Oh yeah, I'll make weight. So I'm down to 246. So I only need 4 pounds. And when I say 4, I try to lose 5 because scales are different. This will be a nice filling meal, but it'll pass through me quickly. I won't eat as heavy as a portion as I usually do. Tomorrow's Friday. If I'm on the scales at 245, then I'm thinking I'm in pretty good shape. I'm going to see if I can weigh in Saturday morning. I sent them a message asking them how early I could. So if I could do that, what I would do is Friday, I would weigh myself before dinner, decide whether I'm going to eat, or I may not. I may just have a lunch tomorrow. And then what I would do is I would just do a water drop where I just wouldn't drink any water Friday night and just dehydrate down a little bit, go and weigh in, and then rehydrate and eat everything inside. Winter boy, hey, how you doing? Good seeing you on there. He's out there in England area. I've been sending out some of my shirts. Scottish fitness shirts. I got my second order in. So if for some reason you haven't had a chance to look at them, this is basically what they are. Nice shirts, half cotton. I got them from medium all the way to 3X. Basically, if you're interested in it, $20. Shipping to the States is $7.50, shipping and handling. Because I put them in a package such as this. If you are overseas and you are interested for one, just email me your address. I will go to the post office and get a quote and see how terrible it would be. We try 150 kilogram deadlift soon. Awesome. Look forward to seeing that video. So if you are interested in the shirts, just send me your shipping information, and then I'll get a quote for those of you that are out of the States and see if it's feasible. It may not be, I don't know. But otherwise, the States just $7.50 shipping and handling. It's a good deal. It helps support my channel. And it'd be really cool if I start seeing pictures of my shirt on. It has been a hit at the local gyms I go to, or each one is bought about 5 each. I have a friend of mine, known for a while. He said if I had him, he'd order 5 or 10 of them, but he is kind of dragging his feet on that. Kitty's really wanting to get in, but her feeding time is about another half hour before I bring her out food. And like I said, if she does get hungry, she's really good at getting the mouse right away. I got that cooking up really nice. The little cubes there, I figure probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes probably at the tops. Then I can add everything else in. What I do is I send the timers to remind me. I've got the I need to use a timer otherwise. Sometimes I'll be putting water in the sink and I'll forget. And then I got an issue. So now when I do it, I set the timer for 5 minutes and it gets me back over there. Yep, absolutely don't believe the like and share. If you're not subscribed, please do. If you have any questions on that, just shoot them there in the live chat, and I'll answer them best I can right now. And if you do have ideas of videos you would like to see, I'll make them for you. I've been doing some walking ones that Michael has got me kind of mailman stepped in the concrete we poured today. Well, that wasn't too bright. I guess he wanted to leave his mark on the sidewalk, huh? It's kind of silly. Did you not have some barricades up? No, I've got 5 people chatting. 7 thumbs up. Appreciate that. If you're subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it. If not, please do. Basically, videos are going to consist of lots of lifts. Can't even idea as to how much time I put in to get where I'm at. I will have a live stream on Sunday at the meet if I have a Wi-Fi that will take care of that. Hopefully the gym will. And then also no barricades. Well, oops. Christopher, how we doing? Chicken soup. When I do get peppers, I'll put them in there. But generally with certain soups, I put certain vegetables in. With the chicken, I usually put in corn and carrots if I have them. The thing of it is you used to be able to buy the small cans of carrots, but lately those have been AWOL. And then generally, I don't put green peppers in any chicken soup. The other soup I like to make is potato soup. And with potato soup, I usually will cut up a can of Spam. That's right, Spam. It's not ham. It's Spam. Unless I have ham to cut up and put into it. And then usually a small can of peas and carrots in that. And that's really good stuff. But being cold, Mama wanted to have chicken soup. Well, what's up there, Banks? Oh my goodness. Everybody remember Banks from this morning. She's telling me he's loads of ramen noodles. Right, which ain't very much nutrition. No, there's not much nutrition in them. We used to eat them over in Korea. But I'd rather have regular noodles. But ramen noodles are easy. Just throw them in hot water. And there you go. So this is Binks, my wild and crazy feral cat. Yes, you are wild and crazy. And she was wanting to get in. Looks like I'm going to have to feed her a little sooner. I'm cooking all this food. Oh, we got a handful of food here, Kiki. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. I usually make her wait until 6:30, but because I'm in the kitchen and right there, she kept working her voodoo on me. Oh, there we go. We got a nice rolling boil going on there. Get that cooked. About this time I start getting other things prepped. So I got the corn. It's all drained. I don't need the fluid in there. I just need the corn. And because the corn's already pretty much cooked, it'll be one of the last things I put in. And then I got the chicken noodle soup. Yeah, I'm just using because if not, it's going to expire. And doesn't make any sense to have it expire. So that pretty much goes in as filler. Get this going. Once I get it going in the rolling boil, I'll add corn. Sometimes I'd add more noodles, but it tends to make it too thick. Then it turns out to be more like a chicken stew in a soup. And although I like the stews, I'd rather prefer it to be a soup. So, but it's really starting to look like something now. Let me see. Still got 5 in chat. Some thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. If you're subscribed to the channel, appreciate it. I also have memberships available. Members do get $3 off of my t-shirts. Figure if you're going to spend $3 on me, I'll spend $3 on you. Alex Gamer. Hey, welcome, Beaverine. There we go. I see Alex on usually 2 or 3 channels. Maybe I'm prepping, I'm pretty sure. See her, sorry. I think Prepper Nurse and also maybe the Prepper Nation. So I do appreciate everyone following me over from those channels. These are channels I do highly recommend. You want some channels to get some good information on what's going on, because you may suspect the media is slanted and maybe not giving you the whole information. Then I would highly recommend Prepper Nation with John, Prepper Nurse 1, Asking Prepper Rudy, Angry Prepper Jason, and Green Man Prepping Cuba. Also, I'll pop in and see some other ones like East Tennessee Preparedness and Arc Survival and that. They tend to have some quick informational ones that I find very, very nice. And there's some gardening channels out there too. I did post up a garden video from a garden I had a couple years ago, kind of give you what I can grow out here. Appreciate it if you guys check and watch those older videos, because they do help. I don't roll my butt out of bed early enough to watch John live usually, yeah. And I understand it, and that's usually one of the reasons I am up, but I don't know how those guys get to be the first ones there. I mean, it'd be 7:20, nothing. 7:21. Hey, there it is. Put it in there, and there's 15 people ahead of me. I'm like, holy crap there. I also got Runner Boy from England. Runner Boy, when are you going into basic training? Is that another year off, or is that coming up pretty quick? I know you were going to be a combat medic, if I remember, from one of our first conversations. I got Christopher Seat, always popping in here and saying hi to me and commenting on my videos, which I appreciate, because the comments do help me with everything. So yeah, if you are watching my videos, throw a comment in there, thumbs up, all that other good stuff. I got playlists out there. If you're bored, you can just run them in the background, and that'll help my channel too. That's the best way to help anybody's channel, is just watch your playlist and just let the commercials run through, unless it's one of those hour ones, and skip it. So, oh yeah, this is starting to look like soup. Just gotta make sure that those chicken chunks cook all the way through. So I figured I'd do a chat in the evening. I really didn't see anybody else doing any live streams in the next hour or so. So I figured it might be a good time to do it. My analytics says this is generally when I start getting more views. Although sometimes the mornings work out better, but I figured I'd do some research. And while I was cooking dinner, I figured I'd share. So chopped up the 2 chicken breasts, got that in there, a couple bouillon cubes. I could also use chicken broth, would have done the same thing. A little spice of salt in there. Most of the other spices will be in here. 2 or 3 cans of condensed soup in there just because they were getting old. And it used to be where I always bought the canned soup. Always was buying the canned soup. Always was buying the canned soup. Need to put some Vicks on there, dearie. I said, yeah, and I do have some. But so I stopped with the Mucinex today, and I think I feel a little bit better doing that. Otherwise, usually we get in the evening where I really start having no fun at all. I got some Elderberry cough drops, which I've been taking, and then usually just either around 8 o'clock Central Time, I'll chug one of those NyQuils, and that tends to do a pretty good job of stopping the cough and putting me to sleep at the same time. But I'm trying to remember where I put that mix. Did I put it up there? Look. Vitamins, minerals. There's the Mucinex I stopped taking. There's some more immunity stuff. More vitamin D, some Tums. So I just gotta remember where I put it. But I think I am getting better. It just seems that after I had the COVID in December, I just picked up a cough that wouldn't go away. But I went and did one of those instant tests to make sure that I didn't get reinfected. And it said it didn't, so. I also make a shower bomb. Yes, I forgot all about that. One of my friends told me about that. You just put it in the bottom of the shower, and they said it'll flush all that stuff out. Huh. So maybe that'll be something I'll look at tomorrow. And an Alka-Seltzer for the shower. It's like an Alka-Seltzer for the shower, yeah. I forgot all about that. I have to do that. What I do is I take a hot shower, get it all steamed up, and that does release a lot of that stuff out of me. And then right now it's just I'm not coughing anything up. It's just a tickle. It has a hard time going away. But I do appreciate that. Yeah, the shower bomb. I'm going to have to research that, and I'm sure Walgreens has got to have it, or Walmart, one of them. So I set the timer for 15 minutes. It's got like 48 seconds left. Seeing how I seen it, I don't really need to have it go off. So then, the last part is to add this in here. Once it comes to a rolling boil, you whisk it in and you reduce it to medium and simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. Salt and pepper to taste. So when I do pepper, I do the pepper grinder. I'll add a little bit in the main one, and a little bit of salt in the main one, and then I usually let the individual salt and pepper to where they want it. It's usually a better way of doing it. So I got 8 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thanks for everybody for stopping in. I appreciate that too. It's nice when I see people from the other channels. So I'll get the old whisk. So I got my whisk, and you got to whisk it in, otherwise it turns into like a knot, and that's not any good. So basically what you got here, you got peas, carrots, noodles, and seasonings and spices that really give it the flavor, which is a good flavor. So I just whisk that in a little bit at a time. Get it all mixed in there. And this is really going to give the flavor to it. See a nice big thick chunks of chicken in there. Now this morning we talked about the advantage of arginine, which is an amino. Great for heart health, blood vessel health, circulation. Also helps with cholesterol. I take it just before my workout, and then I take it at night. And I do give it a lot of credit with the longevity of my ability to keep lifting this heavy. Now I get it in there, I just set the timer. And reduce the heat to medium. I get a power burner here, so I'll reduce it to about 3. So it is a bigger burner. And let it go for 10 minutes, and that should be the one that does the trick here. Let's see what we got here. Going to visit my youngest boy. If you're still here later, I'll be back and have a great night. Same to everybody else. Sure thing, Michael, you do too. Yeah, enjoy the meal next week. We won't be able to afford to eat. Well, Alex, I hope you've been buying and stacking it to the rafters, because I have. Most of the stuff that I'm cooking with now, with the canned foods and the dry foods that I bought over 2 years ago. And, they say inflation is like 8%. I'm telling you, inflation is a lot more than 8%. I used to be able to pick up these cans for 50 cents a can. Now they're about $1.25. Used to be able to get the soups for 50 cents a can. They're $1.14 if they're on sale. Sometimes you can get them for $1, but you may never see them for 50 cents a can again. Got the dehydrator running with taters in right now. That reminds me of a funny story about a dehydrator. A buddy of mine has a dehydrator, and he went and they had spinach on sale, and he bought the whole store out of spinach. He dehydrated all his spinach. And he gave me a, Randy, hey, how we doing? Welcome, thanks for stopping in. And he gave me a bag about like this, about that full of spinach. So I could add it to my eggs or whatever, and I threw it in my console in my car and forgot all about it. So a couple months later, I walked out of work and I noticed that my sticker on my plates had expired. And I'm thinking, I better check my car. It's night, and now the police have a reason to pull me over, a legitimate one. So, I looked in the trunk, and there was a beer can or two. I got rid of those. And I said, they're going in the car, and I opened up that console, and there's that bag of dehydrated asparagus. Now that the gas station I was doing it. Well, I got rid of it because I could just see how that conversation what it went. I could see the officer going, excuse me, what was that? I go, oh no, it's just my spinach. So, kind of a funny story. But yeah, I need to get went shopping in DC, more holes. Gas did not go up good. Got most of my good deals at the small local chain. Yeah, when I was up there in Buffalo, Missouri, the Walmart there, it is The first day I went in there, didn't have any bananas. They were out. You could see a lot of stuff had been fronted. So I actually went to Woods supermarket and got my bananas there. And then I had corn. You know, I mean, what the corn does, just adds a couple more calories. Not too many, but it is adding a good amount of vitamins and minerals that you might be missing. So once that gets simmered in, I usually let it rest for about 10 or 15 minutes before serving, just to give a chance of more of the seasonings to soak into the, we call it oregano, not spinach. Yeah, oregano is a different thing. But but he had spinach there, and it looked like, well, it looked like it would have caused some difficult conversations. Water something a little bit. I got a couple beaverines here. Alex and Randy. 10 thumbs up. All right. Appreciate it. Got 6 people in chat. If you haven't commented, go ahead and comment so I know who you are, so I can give you a proper hello. I do appreciate people visiting in and having a conversation with me. Today I'm making the chicken noodle soup with Bear Creek. So these are really nice mixes. Usually they're in your stores for about $4. Bag onions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a dehydrator. I don't have one. When I'm thinking dehydrating the potatoes would be a good thing, especially when I make the potato soup. I was when I use potatoes, make potato soup, I'd actually chop a couple regular potatoes in there, add to it. My wife was telling me that I need to pick up the conversation. I'm not being engaging enough, so I wasn't talking enough. I'm sure that's what she told me.
Are you still on?
Yeah, I'm still on. I didn't say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Mrs. says hi. But yeah, I think that dehydrator will probably be the next item I get. I plan to plant a lot of potatoes this year. Onions, you know, they come up from last year. What they say about onions will pop up right through the snow. I get them, and they only get about that big. So a lot of times I just use them to chop up into soups and that. Yeah, 20 degrees snowy weather. Well, that's what we got. Had about a half inch of snow on the ground. It's a real fine snow. And it's probably about 20 degrees out there today, and it's going to be in the 20s tomorrow and in the 20s Saturday. And then next Wednesday, they're talking about 70 degrees. So it'll probably be 80s where you're at, Randy. Snowstorm due the weekend, so you must be, yeah, Alex, I'm guessing you're west of us. Only 7 inches, so no big deal. That's a big storm. Yeah, we're in central Illinois here. Randy knows out there in northern Missouri. Generally, New York, okay. Buddy lives out in West Virginia, and generally when I get here, he gets about a day and a half later. South of Buffalo, New York. Oh, cool. Yeah, you guys get more snow than we get generally on an average. So anyway, for the people that just stopped in, here's my new shirt I got made for the channel. The guy is fitness, just get in the gym and lift. And hey, Rabbit Coyotes, I haven't seen you for a while. Great, good seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. If you're interested in this shirt, I do have available $20 plus $7.50 for shipping and handling. I figured, I got memberships, I have to be able to offer to them, but you don't need to be a member to get them. If you're subscribed and you want them, just shoot me an email over at scottishfitness@gmail.com. Although members do get a $3 discount. I figured they're spending $3 on me, I can return it back on the shirts. Oops. Officially going to be ready in about 2 minutes, but then I do like to keep it summer a little bit more. Rabbit Coyote, haven't seen you here for a while. Gardening time. Well, it's a little cold yet for gardening, but I'm thinking about it. Maybe beginning of April, I could probably start growing some plants, and then I can keep them on the deck, which keeps it a little bit warmer. The deck stays about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than outside because I got the panels on them. But I wasn't going to build a greenhouse, and I couldn't get the panels anymore. I ordered the first truck of panels. I was getting them for like $15 a sheet, and then next time they were 20, and then the next time they were 30. And then after that, they just weren't available anymore. So it's been a strange couple of years. But yeah, I'm going to put up garden in the spring. Last year wasn't too big of one. I just had 2 pumpkin plants, a cucumber plant, a couple peppers, a couple tomatoes, and onions. This year, for obvious reasons, I'm going to do the full-blown garden again. Like I said, if you do check out that one video I posted earlier in the week, you can kind of get an idea. I put in easily about a 80-foot by 40-foot garden. I can't put in considerably more. I got 14 acres, so I got plenty of land. As a tiny yard, I want to grow some things, but need to be creative. Grow the potatoes in those bags work really well. Buddy in West Virginia did those. And then you can maybe do some raised bed gardens, next to the house where the sun goes. 26 by 10 by 7 Gothic tunnel greenhouse, and a couple of smaller ones. That's the way to do it. It gets really windy out by here, so I don't like to do the prefab ones because they can get destroyed. But I have an old swing set that as soon as those panels are available again, I'm going to convert it into a greenhouse. What I'll do is I'll probably get the first time nice black dirt. I got good black dirt here. Underneath the black dirt, though, we have blue clay. So the only problem is if it gets really dry, if you go through a drought, the ground actually just cracks open. And I literally have to get dirt to fill those cracks. Because they'll crack, they'll be about an inch, and they'll go down right to the clay. And that'll dry out the roots of your plants. And to get enough, Harbor Freight used to have setups. I'm pretty sure they still do. I used to run a Harbor Freight. I just don't know if it will survive 60-mile-an-hour winds that come whooping down here. Now, the trees are getting bigger, and they are blocking more of the wind, but when I first moved out here, it was pretty much just flat. But I've dug up a lot of trees and replanted them. And if you watched a couple of my walk videos, you can kind of get an idea what the property looks like. So, yeah, spring patch. Don't know where that's at, but I used to live in Joliet, and I moved out of there in right at the end of 1999. Came out here on 14 acres and just wanted to be out in the country to raise the kids. Yeah, I'm happy I made that decision. So the nice thing is, just the wife and I now. The kids are grown. They went to service, and then they scattered, and they found areas far more interesting in Illinois. So they're Springfield. There we go. Yeah, Springfield's a nice place to visit. I like the Bass Pro Shop. That's about it. But I stopped in Lebanon, Missouri at that knife outlet store. And I did a video on that one that I posted last weekend. They just got a lot of goodies there I like to pick up. And if you've been in the morning chats, I usually show off some of my knives that I have. It's just I like to collect them. Yes, squirrels and birds. Little nut diggers have already aerated the lawn. I don't have the squirrels over here yet. They're over my neighbor's yard, so they have a lot of oak trees. But I'll probably start getting them because now I know my bur oak is dropping oaks or acorns, and my one black oak I think is starting to drop. And then once the pin oaks start dropping them, then that's probably when they'll come over. But otherwise, the cat kind of keeps everything else away from the house. I only had 3 mice in the house in the early part of the winter, and haven't had one since. She'll bring the offerings up to the door every day. She's killed well over 100 mice this year. So she's keeping them away from the house, which is appreciative. Otherwise, so I got everything on simmer. Got the crackers, got the soup bowls. Got the fresh pepper grinder. Ooh, might have to pull that up. I think I've used up most of this stuff. I bought this 30 years ago. The wife and I were up in Galena. I think our first year we were married. And we walked into this shop, and she had a sign in there saying, "We expect people to make purchases." And I thought that was pretty neat. So I bought that pepper grinder 30 years ago. And also some covered tongs for the kitchen. And I have them both. Still have them both. So, and they were reasonable price. So now, when I get pepper, I always use fresh ground pepper. And then sea salt by the seashore. Let's see, I've got 5 acres of oak, hickory, and dogwood there. There you go. Well, you got squirrels in. I got 14 acres. 7 of it gets farmed. Most of the trees that I dug up from my parents' place and transplanted survived. So I got a bunch of pine trees I dug up, some blue spruces, some maples. I planted some windbreaker trees in the back that I ordered. Basically, they're a hybrid willow, rootstock onto something else. But they have saved the house from damage twice by taking the brunt of the force of the wind and deflecting it from the roof. I planted a bur oak, 2 pin oaks, and I dug up 2 black oaks from the woods behind me, and they're doing well. And then I got a bunch of volunteer trees of various types, and a bunch of dogwoods because they grow like weeds around here. And you right back. Need to check on the wood stove. There you go. Mine is the Ozark Mountaintop. The lake is a front yard view. That's a good view. I like the Ozarks. We went there last summer with some friends. Rented out the cabin and did a lot of fishing there on the lake. A lot of drinking too. I went down to Lori, Missouri to work out. There was a small gym there. The guy let me work out for $5, and he wasn't expecting me to lift so heavy. So I had 405 on the bar. He come over and he was concerned that I damaged the bar. I told him, well, unless you bought it at Walmart, it should be fine. So then he stayed around and BS with me a little bit and actually filmed me doing, I think I did like 450. And next thing I know, the sheriff comes in and comes over and starts talking to me. He had called the sheriff. I said, you got to check this guy out. I ended up talking to the sheriff for about 15 minutes. And then this other trainer from another gym, he came in because they talked to him too. Everybody wanted to meet me. Lori's just 20 miles north of you. There you go. So anyway, I had a good chat with the sheriff there, and then the guy invited me back to the gym. So 2 days later, we stopped at a little gun place just down the road from there. And while we were in there, the sheriff comes out of the back room with his new weapon that they had built for him. I started laughing. I said, man, what, are you following me? And he's chuckling and goes, oh, here, check out my rifle. And he hands it right to us. And I talked to him for about another half hour, got along with him real well, and went to the gym and met one of the other deputy sheriffs. So I told my buddy, as long as we behave here, well, we're good as gold. So, I mean, if that's him, that would have been him. He had got himself a nice Alfa Romeo setup. And he was a really nice guy to talk to. So, I'm thinking one of these times when I'm within an hour drive of there, just to drive in and work out that gym again, just to stop in and say hello to everybody. I think it was Dill's. I think I got his card somewhere in one of my wallets. But it was a fun time. We had a really good time there. So I do like the Lake of the Ozarks. I think I'm going to cook that heat up a little bit. Wife likes the soup a lot hotter than I do. So it is now 6:30. It's usually a good time for us to have dinner. I do appreciate everybody stepping in. I got 7 in chat. I got 13 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Tooth and Nails Armory. I think that might have been it. It was just down off on the hill. They do a lot of they build a lot of custom work there. Small world, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Yeah, I do like that town. The people there were nice. Good down to earth people. I got along with them great. And definitely I'll probably stop and see them again. So you had coming up the road, you had the little gun store, and then up on the hill and further down you had the little gym. Not a very big one, but it had a bench and it had free weights. It had everything I needed. Yeah, by AT&T. Yeah. Small world. Isn't that funny? That is too funny. I'll have to let my buddy Eugene know about that because he was with me. Oh, man. I got some people visiting on my live chat that were from that area and know the places. So you just never know. So, John McBeam with Scottish Fitness here. If you're just joining in, thanks for stopping in. I made a delicious, soon to have chicken noodle soup. Started with the Bear Creek package. Well, actually ended with it. Chopped up 2 chicken breasts that I bought from the store on Monday. A couple cans of condensed soup that I had to use up anyway. Can of corn. And now I just got it going. The stove was almost burned out. I had to build it back up. So I'm on propane out here, but I do have what I call secondary and third-dairy heat sources. A lot of times I just use tea lights to sit there and add to the warmth. Rudy at Alaskan Prepper did a thing on a candelier, which I purchased, and it puts out 5,000 BTUs, and I got it going on in the living room, along with some more tea lights. And then I do have some battery backups, some solar generators, in case we lose power out here. Attempt to make some orange chicken this weekend. Bear Creek's some good eating. It is. I love the potato soups. I haven't tried the chili yet. I'll have to try that. Is it that cold over there? It's about 19 or 20 degrees and windy and snow. I don't like to put the furnace up very high. So generally, during the day, we set the thermostat at 64 degrees. And then at night, I drop it down to 60. It helps us breathe. Gives a reason to get underneath the covers at night. The wife and I both like it in that temperature range. So we're 80 degrees there in Florida. Yeah. That's why I can't live in Florida. I lived down there for about 3 years. I was lived in St. Cloud for a couple of years, and I was up in Traverse City. My one brother lived in Tampa, and he moved back up. Now my other brother's down there in Inverness, and he's always telling me that. Yeah, I didn't look at the wind chill. It's not windy in here. But, yeah, we try to kick on the east, conserve the propane. It wasn't too bad last time I filled up, but I think the next tank's probably going to be about 50% more expensive the way things have been going. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. I show 9 people in chat, which is fantastic. If you are new, please pop something up on the live chat so I can say hello to you. I like to say hello to everybody who comes and visits. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Marco Island, I know where that's at. I know where Marco Island is. I worked for USDA down there for a couple of years. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you want to do the memberships, I appreciate it. Members do get my t-shirts. They got a $3 discount. The bigger you spend $3, I'll spend $3. It's only fair. But anybody who wants the shirts, which look like this, just had them made. My youngest daughter made these for me. Really appreciated it. Heiny66, A from Arizona. I know you. What you doing, son? You missing a... When's Mama coming back from Oregon? Or is this Jeff or is this his mom? I'll have to find out. I'll shoot you a text. But tomorrow, okay. Yep. What a cluster that was. Had her up there the whole time and been up there for a solid week and they didn't even have her inside yet. That's kind of ridiculous. That's my son-in-law from Arizona. And they sent my daughter up to Oregon to help fix a tool, and the people never got her permission to go into the plant until I guess yesterday maybe. And she's probably going to be there just about long enough for her then to go to Germany. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. How's the dogs doing? Pippin and Wiley getting along? I appreciate that, JJ. Yeah, I'm not much on fluff. I'm trying to get a little bit more talented at some things, but it'll come with time. But I do like what some of the other channels do, but I'm more of just like my saying says, just get in the gym and lift. Do something. As long as you're moving, getting the blood moving, getting the muscles engaged. Good nutrition and sleep, you'll be doing fine. I'm sure they are. Heard that Pippin's a little nervous around you. But that's going to happen. I said, I had to kind of point out to Shane, I said, you notice how the tails are different when dogs go next to you versus when they're next to her. And she goes, well, what's that about? I said, well, because he's the alpha and they know it. So when a dog's next to an alpha dog, they drop their tail down. When they think they're the alpha, then the tail comes up, like Wiley does when she's beating up on Pippin. I'm sure Wiley's going to go nuts. Oh, you're the one that feeds them now, so now they've accepted you. Food will do that. Food will definitely do that. That's how I made friends with the feral cat. Came up to the door one day and opened the door and it didn't run away, and I gave it a can of tuna, and what do you know? About 4 or 5 weeks later, it was let me pick it up, and a couple weeks after that, it was hopping on my lap, wanting attention. And now it wants to be on my lap, having attention all the time. It's all good. Just need a shot of bourbon. There you go. Yeah. So usually when I'm watching John at Prepper Nation, I make coffee and I put a wee bit of Irish cream in it. Got you a bot here. I must have missed it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Bye-bye. That's 2. So 2 so far. My record for bots is 3. No, got no mods here this time. Well, I can fix that here real quick. Because there. Well, I do have a lot of hashtags. So, do mods get paid? Yes and no. I know the bigger channels that rely on the mods hugely. Generally, during like the end of the year and that, they'll send some gifts to their moderators, and which I think is well deserved. I only deal with maybe 2 or 3 bots, and an occasional troll at mine because I only got 3,700 subscribers. But Mrs. Worm, who mods for, I think, like Rudy and Alaskan Prepper, where he's got like 127,000, she said they'll be kicking out 50 to 100 of them a day. And then I was on Ben Shapiro's live earlier today, where he had a premiere, and the live chat was just ridiculous. It was all spam, it was all trolls, it was all bots, and I mean just thousands of them. And so I went in this comment section and said, dude, you need some moderators. You need about 100 of them because your live chat is useless. So volunteer in the rooms like this, yeah. So how I got my first moderator is Mrs. Worm asked if I'd be wanting her to to moderate for me. And I said, sure. So I did that, and then my 3 kids obviously help me with it, so they get moderated on it. And Michael from Body Beatdown, I made him one. Didn't really give him a choice. And then Harvey Black from Gray Man Prepping, he volunteered, so I made him one too. So if you do want to be a mod on my channel, just say so, and it's just a click, and be more than happy. if you want to do that. So Randy, if you want to be a mod, or Alex, let me know. And I can do it with just a little click on the side. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. So, hey, Black Cat, how you doing? Give me a second here. I got to get rid of a troll. Or not a troll, a bot. But yeah, Mrs. Worm, she's right on it. They'll pop on there, and about 5 seconds later, they're gone. So hey, we got another beaver in here, Black Cat Whirlywig. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. And subscribe and share if you're not already. I always appreciate it. I'm too much of a rabble rouser to be a mod. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I go to the channels just to get information and that. I don't understand. Well, the bots I understand. They're just trying to get information from you. Just there to collect information. It's the trolls I don't understand. You know, I know Jason from the Angry Prepper gets a lot of them. They're arguing with him. You know, and I'll go to a dude, man. You know, you're saying you hate the guy, but you're here every day. So, you know, figure it out. You know, we got Joe Brooks. Hey, Mac. Hey, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, got lived in chat. This is getting to be a record. Got 17 thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, please do. I appreciate that. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please. And if you want to do the memberships and that, you get a $3 discount on my shirts. Someday when I grow up and get to be a big channel, I'll have more stuff offered. And a spiritual one for 10 years. There you go. I usually stop in, and you probably know her because we all say hi to her in the morning. But I usually try to stop in at Jennifer Cruz's Bible studies and prayers. It's always, you know, kind of a nice reflection, you know. And I try to support people that, you know, support me. That's why I do the shout outs with the Body Beat Down Michael, John at Prepper Nation, and Rudy at Alaska Prepper. Feel that Gray Man Prepping, and Jason at the Angry Prepper. Yeah, Prepper Nurse 1, I'm trying to remember his name. Ed, I think his name's Ed. Yeah, it's funny, I'll be on there and then I'll get the, somebody will go on there and do the Beaverine one. Oh, okay. So right now I'm using a local person to get the shirts from and doing the designs. But yeah, I don't, you know, if you can do some, you know, digital designs and send it over, that'd be great. Right now, I think the next thing I'll do is on the back, I'll start putting my sponsors. We got a few local people that sponsor me. You know, you'll see me talk about Jamie Mix's outpost and trading post out in Utica, Illinois. So if you're ever in Utica, Illinois, that's definitely a place to stop by. It's veteran owned. They got a nice bar. They got a nice dance floor. They got live music all the time. Shore Fitness, which Vince runs, lets me work out there for free and is very supportive of my training in that. The Operation 1620 and the Benefit Veterans Network also sponsors me for a lot of my lifts. And Click Nutrition, which is now going under the name of Apex Nutrition, also is one of my sponsors. Which I'm really tickled pink to have. Here we go, Beaverine. My daughter-in-law is a graphic designer too. So my two daughters are very talented in art and that. And anything that looks cool on my YouTube page, they did. That wasn't me. I don't have that sort of talent. My wife, my two daughters do. And they're the ones who also designed my playlist. And it was my youngest daughter that designed my shirt and my card. And they're always telling me, hey, you got to do this, try that. So I do appreciate their help. I had the best job but going due to COVID, ran a small print shop. And I was the only employee. Yeah, COVID is really kind of made it difficult on a lot of us. And not in any fun way either. So I'm going to give this soup another stir. And I'll probably have to. Tammy L, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. John McBean, Scottish Fitness here. We're just having a little dinner chat here. When I have made chicken noodle soup. So I cut up 2 chicken breasts, add a can of corn. We had the Bear Creek soup mix in it, some bouillon cubes, some salt and pepper. And got it nice and simmered and ready to be served. There we go. I am. Thanks for stopping in. Good seeing you. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in. I appreciate it. So yeah, making a nice nutrition meal that we'll probably eat today and we'll probably eat Saturday. It's simple to make, doesn't cost much. Honestly, I'm not sure how I got to this channel. Well, thanks for coming in. This channel is about nutrition and fitness. So generally in the morning I have a nutrition chat. I'll cook breakfast and we'll talk about vitamins and minerals and aminos and things that are good for you and what they do and how they help you out. And then thank you, appreciate that. And I appreciate that too. And then I'll go to the gym and I'll do workouts and I'll either do a live or I'll video them and then post them later. And I've been posting a lot of my older videos just to kind of let people know just the type of work that's involved. I do compete in powerlifting. I'm 61 years old as of Friday. And I got a competition on Sunday, the 13th, which I will live stream if I have an internet connection. And then I'm competing at the lower weight class because I've dropped so much weight dealing with this flu bug. I figured I might as well do that because the 275-pound class, I own the records there. And 4 weeks ago, I was strong enough to break them, but I'm not now. So I'm just now on the recovery. But at the 242-pound class, I know I can break those. And it's a nice gym. It's the 4th time I'm going down there for their meets. A lot of good people there. So they're expected to be down there. And also I trained a young man from the Streeter gym that's going to go down there and do his first meet. So it's really kind of exciting. So polar bear swim. Maybe because of the snow and snowstorm hashtags on there. Does it swim every year? Yeah, I don't. I've been in cold water, but not that cold of water. I'm not sure if I could stand the body shock. But good for him. My kudos, my hat's off to him. So got 20 thumbs up, which I really appreciate. It's been a really good live session here. You know, the analog says that I usually do better around this time. So that's the reason I was doing it. Give me a quick second here. I'll be right back. You want me to bring you a bowl out? Get your bowl, bring it out to you. I got it. So here comes the fun part. Get the crackers out. And time to pour the soup into the bowl. Probably wasn't the neatest way to open that box. I do like my saltines. And I do know what Mama likes it, so. Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. I think she's going to like this because it's now a lot more fluid. The last couple times I made this, it was pretty thick. And the wife says she'd rather not have it real thick like that. So this time I made sure that I did not make that same mistake. So the soup spoon. There it is. And some healthy stuff. Angry Homesteader, hello, hey, thanks for coming by. Welcome, I'll be right back. Bringing dinner out to the missus. You're welcome, sweetie. So, thanks for stopping in, Angry Homesteader. Appreciate it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Big bowl, oh yeah, always gotta do the big bowls. And Mama likes the soup hot. I'm not really good about hot fluids. And because I'm trying to cut weight, whoa, we got no pepper that time. I'm gonna cut the amount of soup. I usually have about 2 bowls of this. But if I do that, I will be too heavy. I weighed it at 246 today. If I'm at 245 tomorrow, then I should be good to go to drop down to 242 by Saturday morning. Joe, 21 thumbs up. Appreciate it. That's kind of doing really well. If you're new, please pop into the live chat. Let me know who you are so I can say hello to you. I like to welcome everybody that comes in. I do appreciate people stopping in and engaging my channel. Channel basically, if you're your first time here, is about nutrition and fitness with a little bit of a cooking show on it because I like to cook. And I do my morning chats, breakfast chats at 9:15 Central. You'll retain a lot of water easily with lots of sodium. This is true. So I tend not to use salt on my food. There's basically a lot of that salt in there already. And what I'll do probably Friday night is that'll be the last time I drink any water until I weigh in on Saturday morning. And then I'll drink everything in sight. Is the soup homemade? Yes and no. So I started with, so I do use a soup mix, Bear Creek. And then what I add to it is fresh chicken. So I chopped up 2 chicken breasts, diced them up, got them cooking first, threw a couple bouillon cubes in there, add the flavor, a little salt, a little pepper, threw a can of corn in there, a couple cans of condensed soup that I just had to get going because they're going to expire. And then the last thing I do is I add the mix. And that makes a good soup. So I have made them from scrap and I can. But Bear Creek is just a really easy way to kind of do the cheat. But I have done it where I've checked up the chicken, had my own vegetables chopped up in there, and then bouillon cubes, and then added noodles. Someone can load the dishwasher for me. I'll use garlic salt. And it's very fine, so you use less. I like French onion soup, actually. And we use French onion soup packets for our roast that we will do in the crock pot. So generally, I'll brown the roast, throw it in the crock pot. Have 4 cups of water or 2 cups of water, how many cups I use. and then usually 1 or 2 packages of the onion soup, and just cook it all day. And that's in, about the last hour I'll add carrots and potatoes in there. So yeah, so I do like the French onion. Melt of mozzarella on my French onion soup. There you go. A lot of mozzarella. There you go. So what we'll do is when I make the potato soup, I'll chop up some potatoes, I'll chop up some ham or spam and throw it in there along with some carrots and peas. And then when I pour it in the bowl here, what we do is we cover it with mild cheddar cheese and then bacon bits. And ooh, is that good. So yeah, we're always trying to add things onto it. Your panther's sitting by my chair fussing, wants pets. Yeah, and I had Binks in here a little bit earlier and showed her to everybody. She's getting here quite often. I'm surprised she's not by the door. I did feed her, so maybe she's just gonna sit there and call it a night. I know she was so tired, sleeping on my chair outside all day. Oh yeah. Tomato soup and grilled cheese, which will probably be what we're going to have tomorrow. So I've already pulled some condensed out for the wife so she can take to school. Too bad she's not feeling better. Oh, that's sad to hear. How old is the kitty, Alex? The sugary soups. So chicken noodle, potato, and tomato soups are my favorites. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. 7, that's pretty young for a cat. Well, I hope they figure it out. Another kitty is 20. Amy's, oh my gosh, so good. I don't do that. I usually stick with camels, but I'll try some new ones every now and then. But like I say, if you can buy in quantity, buy what you eat. So, like the chicken noodle scan soups, I don't buy anymore because I use the Bear Creek, which is so much better. And it stores longer. Got the shot and pills. Well, I hope the kitty gets better. Never go in here. Your pets are sick. That's so good. I may have had too much, but I gotta eat. Turkey veggie and split pea with ham. That is so good. Nice little 12-inch chat. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Appreciate it. You're on here for Make Mean Scottish Fitness. Just repeat it for anybody that's new. Thanks for stopping by. We made some delicious, my opinion, chicken noodle soup, which I'm enjoying right now. This will be the last meal I have today. And tomorrow, hopefully, I weigh in at 245 or a little bit less. If not, I may have to get on the treadmill. I did go for a walk today before the snow really got thick. And I think Mike let the body beat down for that one. We are looking for other people to follow that I think are pretty cool that are not big out there. Body beat down is one of them. He's down there in Tennessee. Kind of a wily old guy like me. And of course, Prepper Nation, John at Prepper Nation. Prepper Cowboy, how you doing? Good to see you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, I recommend Prepper Nation, John at Prepper Nation. Rudy at the Alaskan Prepper. Canadian Prepper is a good one too. Jason at the Angry Prepper. He uses a lot of bad language, but he's directed to the point, and I do like that about him. I at Prepper Nurse 1 and Cuba at Prepper at Raymond Prepping. And just a reminder, Sunday on the 13th, I'll have a live stream at the gym for the WAP meet I'll be competing in. And to be honest with you, I hope I can at least throw up 400 pounds. It's just been kind of, is that Beaverines? Yep, go Beaverines. I like that tie you had on this morning. The angry beaver. And I'm sending something to John that hopefully he'll show on his channel. We'll be mailing that out tomorrow. So, if anyone likes it, if you haven't hit the like, please hit it. You know, it helps my fragile ego and self-esteem. Tammy, thanks for stopping in and subbing. Appreciate that. Yes, I was in the military. I was in the Army back long time ago. Served in my last unit was 101st Airborne in the early 80s. My 3 kids all went to service. 2 Navy, 1 Air Force, which surprised me. My youngest is still in the Air Force. The other 2 are out. My son-in-law was Navy. New, just like my daughter. They got married last year. My dad was Army. My wife's dad was Marine. I had numerous uncles that were Navy and Army. So on my dad's side of the family, it was pretty thick with cousins. On my mom's side, her brothers were all in the Navy. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. No, I didn't retire. I put my 6 in, and then I had got all the benefit I was going to get. I figured if I stayed any longer, I was probably going to get in trouble. So I came home, went to college. Met my wife, got married. So boom, we raised 3 kids. And we'll be married 30 years this year. Just kind of amazing. But we still have fun. We go out to the outpost and like, yeah, hubby now wishes he stayed in the Marines and retired. Yeah. I just wasn't going to get married while I was in the Army. I was in a combat MLS. Spent a lot of time out in the field, about 9 months out of the year I was in the field. And I just didn't want to try to have a relationship and have that much stress on them. I kind of seen how a lot of the marriages fell apart in our MLS. No, basically I said I wasn't going to get married until I got out. Not that anybody was throwing themselves at me. You know, like the way it worked out. Doesn't have a Mr. Gamer. Oh, there you go. Not necessarily a bad thing. But, I don't know, maybe young. I was 26 or 27 when I met my wife. And we dated for about 3 years before we got married. So, got 13 in chat, 22 thumbs up. Really appreciate that. I think that's almost a record for me. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. If you haven't popped on the chat, please do that. I'd like to acknowledge everybody who comes and visits and say hello, because I do appreciate it. Yeah, Noel, how are we doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'm just finishing my bowl of chicken noodle soup I made. Thank you, appreciate that. I try to little tickle. I try to keep them simple to the point. I did have a little rant on my walk today, but it was basically just trying to give people some good advice about how to raise their kids, especially in this confusing day and age. Yeah, it's the only rant I had, so we had a problem to posting earlier. Yeah, sometimes it'll take hours for me to post a 6-minute video. It'll get to like 60%. And then, it'll restart for whatever reason back at 1%. I had one that took 6 hours to post. I was like, So, thank you, Shales. Appreciate that. Oh, there you go. I like spaghetti. Usually make it with ground beef. And then usually just use regular spaghetti sauce. Seems to be the one that works. I think the pepper in the soup is making me stick on my throat. I appreciate everybody dropping in here. I think I've been going for, oh my goodness, hour and 38 minutes. Yeah, eating peace, yeah. Tammy, I appreciate that. But I do like everybody that jumped in, seeing some new faces here today, new subscribers, seeing some people I haven't seen for a while. That's all good stuff. So everybody have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Yeah. And if it's something that you eat and it's on sale and you can store it, buy it in quantity, because everything's going to get more expensive. Yeah, I'm thinking a shot of Patron is going to be in order. It worked yesterday. And then I'll sit there and have a shot of NyQuil, and then usually it's going to bed. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you stopping in here. I had a wonderful time cooking and talking to you. Thanks for watching my videos. The best way you can support the channel is to go back and just let my playlist run in the background. If you do have any videos you would like to see me make, just shoot me an email or put them in comments on one of those, because usually those will pop up, but an email is the best. Just scottishfitness@gmail.com. Ooh, black eyed peas and pork chops. It's all good stuff. And I will see, hopefully most of you tomorrow morning at my 9:15 breakfast chat. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am feeling better. It's just the annoying tickle in the back of my throat. It's more irritating than anything else. But today was better. I got off the Mucinex DM, and I think my head's a little clearer now. So everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you. And I will see, hopefully, you guys tomorrow morning.